It's working. Hello, hi. Am I audible? Thank you everybody for being here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having us here, and thank you so much, all of you guys, to come here on the stage with us. We are really elated. Okay, so the buzzword from past 2-3 years, right? Gen AI, and from past 2 years we have seen it commercializing within us. So all of us use, right? OpenAI is like a Google for us now. So for all the good sense what we use it personally, since all the leaders are here, you drive businesses, you have seen business grow, and now you are seeing the impact of the Gen AI or the new LLMs, the AI in our daily life, day-to-day life, right? We are seeing it. So I would like to know your perspective on how it would be impacting our business in the short term, and what is the longer term impact you are seeing, and what are the places you see that it will be basically changing the most in terms of your businesses, your personal businesses, right? So Vignesh sir, if you would like to start with.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you, GJC, and everybody. And I think these are wonderful sessions to learn and share a lot of things. To your question, I think AI today is almost like what internet was a few years back, right? Just 3 decades back, there was, we are still exploring what is internet, and today we cannot even imagine a world without internet, right? So I'm sure in a few years, this is what is going to happen for the AI situation. We are still all early adopters. I don't think anybody has reached a point of absolute, optimization of AI. Probably we are still learning what is AI. As soon as we can adapt, I think it is an advantage and it's a big plus for the business. So just to give you a perspective, I first heard about the applications of AI on our regular normal businesses maybe around probably 1.5 years back, within the industry and especially for us, right? I mean, as little as 18 months to 20 months back for the real applications. And as soon as I could figure that out, I made sure that each and every department, because I think AI is for every department. I cannot even imagine a single department in my company which cannot use AI, right? So right from design innovation to content generation for marketing or stock keeping and everything that I can think of, HR, recruiting people, every single thing that we can think of, there is an AI application. We have tried to adapt and keep improving on that as much as we can. I still think that we have a long way to go, and there will be a lot more that is going to come, which will probably even change what we are doing right now. Okay. So we adapt something, and suddenly we come to know that there is much better, much different thing, more specific. Again, AI, I am hearing a lot more and more specific. It's like specializations, like doctors, right? I mean, it's not that a general practitioner can give us all the answers. It's almost like that now. So yeah, we have tried our best, and it has given phenomenal results. Right from recruiting people to getting the designs in place to getting the stocks in place, and everything that we can think. Even the content generation for the designs, for our marketing, everything. To that extent that we are able to get more precise outcome than even sometimes the ones that we actually shoot at times, right? So those are the things. Obviously it comes with its own setbacks also, but I think this is the way to go, and there is no other escape from here. Yeah.
I don't think we can, this is the first time that technology will be living with human. That's what we are seeing now, right? And the adaptation is too high in terms of how they are learning. But with all these things, we also getting into a gray area we are, right? I was talking to a few of the CIOs in retail industry. So a lot of PII data, right? A lot of data which is internal to the organization is also being shared through LLMs right now, and they are learning on us. So I would like to ask Gauravji, what is your take in terms of the kind of data which we are giving to them, and how it is going to impact back to us, right? So it's a tough spot to be in. You can't live without, and you can't live with, right? Very tough spot. What are you seeing, that how are you going to evolve this together?
I think in terms of the security standards, it's absolutely fine, because whenever you're doing everything, it's all secured. That's what, like, personally I believe. And I don't see any, like, privacy issue and all those kind of things on AI as such. And secondly, you can do anything on AI right now. You can even upload your data. In fact, what we have started doing is we have a CRM. In fact, we use your CRM now. Earlier we were using our own things, and then ever since we got to like know about your company, so we've been using it from almost over 6 months now. And like when you have a retail store, it's like as a business owner, you know everything. कि जो shopping करने आ रहे हैं उनके घर में कौन कौन है, right? Then you know what is their personal preferences. You even know कि इनको coffee with sugar चाहिए कि without sugar चाहिए. So what we have done is, in fact, we have put on all the data what was there in our head on the softwares, and whenever a customer walks in, we just need to know their telephone number, and it says it all. So we even get to know what product did they shop last time, and we can suggest things to them. So it's helping. On the privacy side, I don't personally feel there can be two ways of it, but I'm very optimistic. I don't look at things in a suspicious way. So that's how I see it.
Thank you, Gaurav. Thank you so much.
I have a follow-up question on that. So when we do talk about Zatara.ai to a lot of retailers, right? They tell us that कुछ भी करो AI दे दो हमको, right? When we hear that, what is it that a retailer is really asking us? When you say AI, what is the general understanding of AI in the retail as we speak today?
When I talk to retailers, specifically in jewelry retail, I would say we don't even have even 10% of the clue what AI can do for us, right? So they are just trying to find a solution so that they can get away with things what they have to do on a daily basis. So that's how, like, I generally hear from jewelers and retailers all over wherever I meet.
Yeah, is it because, now you can answer Akash, is it because in your experience you see that the retail industry, especially in the segment that we are talking, is because there are little resources to handle technology, that somehow the retailers are suddenly seeing AI as an escape into future, right? It is going to take you, like how India was, right? India didn't have the landline, suddenly we got data through Geo, so we felt like we're out there. Is that kind of a jump that we see?
Yeah, you rightly said, because for the retailers and the dwellers whom we are meeting, they had learned a new word, that a new secretary has come for them. अपना दिमाग मत लगाओ, AI में डालो, वहाँ से पंच आउट करो कि क्या करना है. So they want to shift their burden कि whatever they have been thinking and whatever they have been finding a solution to that, don't come to me. Take the help of AI and use it.
So do you agree with that?
So,
as a retailer, do you agree with that take?
So yeah, because there are many places where they have been doing and taking the help of AI in their everyday life. As you rightly said, be it in the form of data, be it in the form of generating a letter, giving a reply. Even today's world, we have seen lawyers of the retail company. अगर किसी को कोई एक रिप्लाई देना है, ओनर बोलता है कि उसको बोलो AI से लेटर जनरेट करेंगे, लीगल रिप्लाई खुद ही दे देंगे, उसमें AIR भी आ जाएगा, सारी चीज़ें आ जाएंगी. This is how it is. So right from the complex world of legal to write a simple writing a letter or giving a memo, they are using like a personal secretary.
I want to just add a few things. So, and it may not, go well with many of the people in the players in the industry. But the way I see this industry, it's one of the industry where we have a bunch of the most laziest people in the world, compared to many other industries probably. I mean, so, you guys are in the right place. You provide those solutions which a lazy person would more or less, 1 second may accept kar lega. So the retailers principally want what? I mean, I think it's two major things. One is increase their business growth in, increase their market share and cost optimization. If AI gives answers to these, I think it's bingo. That's what people want. And today, because this industry is very fragmented, it's quite fragmented considering any other industry. The topmost player in India in our industry could be not even close to the market share that topmost player in any other country or any other industry could be doing. Right? So it's the more it's fragmented, the more it's even necessary to get onto AI.
So, I'm going to ask one, you can take it. So, but also in my experience, while they ask for AI, I do see their current systems that they have are not even ready to be anywhere near to be an AI. AI, of course, requires intelligence of your business, right? So now there is also that tremendous pushback I notice from retailers as much as they say, I want AI, but there is a lot of this inertia to change. Now, how do we think we circumvent that so that they are actually in the line to take on retail? I know you've adopted, so I know that you will.
So it's not an easy task to get on AI, I would say. It takes a lot of effort. You have to plan too many things at the same time. It's not just a software would not bring solutions to anything. So you need to have people in place, like how we handle in our companies. We have a greeter, and then once a customer walks in, she would greet, ask for the telephone number, and the salesperson is assigned. And the salesperson get to know, like, what is the kind of relationship we hold with this particular client, right? So we have a segment, like you have a customer segmentation, we have a AAA plus, AAA and AA and single A, which gives an idea what kind of a client is it. So if we have a AAA plus client walking into the store, the salesperson would not say no for anything. They would just say yes to everything. And they even get to understand, like, what all do they like to buy, and what is their total expenditure at the store, shopping at the store in past maybe 1 year, 2 years. So we've put in all data. We've been using statistics from quite a while, so we've uploaded everything, whatever we had in our hand. So that's how it helps. So, and then once the customer is gone after the purchase, we fill up everything. We make the salesperson sit down for at least 5-7 minutes and come up with the things they realized new in the whole conversation while communicating and dealing with the client. So we record everything. So we are even trying to record what the dog name is, in fact.
Yeah, so that's important for customers in the world.
I may add something. So I think AI is not just a technology change; it's a behavioral change. And you bring in a couple of case studies, and you will see the entire industry running after that in a big way. I think that's the secret of this whole thing.
I would add one more point कि पहले जब कंप्यूटर नहीं था तो we were working on the papers. Computer came, everything went into the computer. Then came Google. So people started asking the Google. Then came this Alexa. So people started taking it Alexa, and now it is AI. So let's see where we are moving.
We are moving, so there's no stopping that.
I think as Jignesh ji rightly said that we are in the era where we were in 2004, where the .com was happening, right? So we are in the same revolution again, right? At that point in time, there was a lot of expectation which came through with technology company like us to support the ecosystem. Where do you see us or technology companies like us to be supporting the ecosystem going forward? Like, what is the expectation, core expectations?
See, as you rightly said that कि in terms of AI, लोगों को एक word समझ में आ गया है, but they are thinking that AI is a more of a personal, everything they can do. So wherever that data is getting entered or some knowledge is there, so with the help of your companies and all, if you are able to support them and give them the solutions which they are finding it in the human being, recruiting a person for every need, be it a personal secretary, be it a CRM guy, if you are able to integrate those things, then I think it will be a great job. Whether it's for the designer, whether it's for the retailer, whether it's for the greeter, anyone in the industry, wherever the data is coming, and if you are able to crunch that data and give it to them in a form of thought process or in a form of futuristic predictions. Those are the all points where you can come into. So it's now you are already in the industry in each and every aspect. Wherever the human touch is there, AI is.
I personally see it's about mapping customer's journey. So right from like whenever you float an ad or you post a post on Instagram, Facebook, you get some queries. So this is what I realized almost a year back. So we created a different separate department for AI, and we have a CTO in the company, so he's the chief technological officer, so he heads the whole department. So this was the main thing which took us from where we were to the next level. Because when we think of AI, what I initially thought that AI is going to reduce the number of people we have in the organization, and that would help us in reducing cost. But in fact, it worked the other way around. We had to after using AI to the best level, and we have introduced close to around 12 more people in the company, which takes care of each and every part. So generally people think that कि अगर AI लगाएंगे तो खर्चा कम हो जाएगा, but खर्चा बढ़ने वाला है. जब तक आप खर्चा करने के बारे में नहीं सोचेंगे और because you need to invest in people, because it's people in the end who are going to design everything what AI can do, and you need smarter brains for that. Otherwise, the software would never do anything for you. We need to have smarter people. In fact, in the first place, that's how things would grow. So that is the biggest thing which is stopping the retailers from getting on to it, because they are thinking the other way around कि भाई पैसे बचा लेते हैं, काम easy हो जाएगा. पैसे बचने नहीं है, पैसे और लगने हैं. That's what my take is from doing and working on AI from past so many months.
I'll add on one more thing. It's not only that creating one department, it's an awareness, it's a culture which we have to bring into our whole company. Owners ने ही सिर्फ अगर AI सीख लिया है, owner ने ही technology को adopt कर लिया है, उससे नहीं होगा. Because then there will be a huge gap. The today's generation who is working over there in the age of 25 and 30, they are much ahead of what we are thinking. The moment we give them a push, start using them as your assistant or as an, you can say your help, they'll be able to deliver the result much faster than what we create a separate department or separate room or separate team for it. Because as I said, it's part of everyone's life in every day, in everything. Whether you are coming to this place also, they will ask what sort of a dress I am going to wear to this location where this is how it is. They are using each and everything. Whether you call it meta, whether you call it AI or whatever it is. So it's part of everyone in our whole organization now as
So one of the things that Varun and I keep talking about is how do we make it easier for retailers to adopt technology, this technology, right? The technology that we are talking about is, obviously like Gauraji said, we need a department. Is every retailer ready to have a department? Then how do we actually go and offer something? So we kind of introduced something called as AI agents, right? So agentic framework is the future of retail anyway. So we kind of launched the one that recommends what to do next and all that. But increasingly what we are seeing in that aspect also is who will ask the CRM manager what is the question, right? That question again has to come from the owner. So we basically, as a technology company, we're trying to find that happy medium in between where we'll offer something and it will be used like it was used in the MNC. So we need direction from you guys as to how do we go about making sure other retailers at least know how to ask a question, not the owners, but anybody else. How do we do that?
So I think hunger for adopting AI is probably full. I mean, there is enough hunger in adopting AI. I mean, you ask anybody here or even outside or in the hall that is there a question? I mean, you can ask whether you want a diamond or not. He will say no, I don't want a diamond, or I want a diamond. But you ask whether you want AI or not. I don't think anybody has the thought that I don't want AI, right? So I think that is there. It's given, right? But what has happened is changes are not easy. I mean, it's painful. I mean, all of us have gone through journeys where changes is always not a very, smooth task, right? So we will have to probably live with that. That's one thing that I think of. Also, again, when I mentioned earlier behavioral changes, right? I don't know how behavioral changes can really come in quickly or more efficiently. I mean, just to give you an example, I still remember the days when Book My Show, I used to, and they would not even charge anything. In fact, they would give discounts on that, right? And subconsciously we started adapting to those things, and today we are easily paying for every ticket, right? I don't know if that is the solution, if there is any other solution, but behavioral changes do come at a price from both sides, from the provider as well as from the user. And that's what we all have to live with.
Human like, where it will be like, okay, I spoke a wrong word, and I'm okay to speak a wrong word, took a wrong decision on behalf of you. Okay, sales drop, but then I'll recover. That's how it will be, and going where we are moving towards, right? So, all in all, it is not a silver bullet at all, and
Ashok bhai, I'll tell you something. Simple things like mathematical questions, ChatGPT gives wrong answers. Very, very simple question. Simple equations, ChatGPT gives.
My question is for Varun. So you're telling that we need to feed in all the data of what the customer has been purchasing and things like that. But that actually is already there with our ERP. So how different can it be? Number one. And second thing is, most customers in the jewelry industry don't leave their real names. They'll either bill it in their wife's name, daughter's name, and every time they come in, they will have something else. So that is again very difficult to track, that okay, how much is the volume that the customer is buying. So two things I wanted to ask also.
So, very valid question, and that's the reason we exist. So let's take a use case, right? Customer comes in, and we are right now just asking the customer, or representative is asking the customer that, ma'am, sir, can I have some details to look up who you are or you have ever come before. At that moment, since you are not punching the bill, customer has no problem giving you what real things are. And that's where we are trying to draw that line. Being in the industry where we are, where probably we might not have the right data during the time of billing, is where we are moving away, and we are saying that let's keep this customer data different, which we know is sanity checked, which we know that customer is giving us, and customer also knows that this is not going to use for billing. First question. Second thing, overall within retail, especially offline retail, while the digital footprint increased, right? While we went onto Instagram and we are running ads on Instagram, we have an aspiration to become e-commerce, which is omni-channel. We always, as a retailer, and I'm talking we because I want to be part of you, not a technology, we always see that, marketing team is separate, sales team is separate, the guy who is doing e-commerce is sitting somewhere else because he knows Shopify, and then there are people who are billing offline. All these things are separate. But however, the guy who is watching us on Instagram is the same guy, Varun. The guy who is buying online is the same guy, Varun. The guy who is searching online is the same guy, Varun. The guy who is coming to your store is the same guy, Varun. You would never know that. And that is our data fragmentation. When we are talking about AI, for us it will be just one eye right now, right? Because there's so much of data fragmentation, right? The only way to get into the right train or right things what we want to go forward is bring all these things together and not see it differently. And that's what Zithara does precisely, right? Your marketing, support, sales, e-com, offline, everything is going to be on a single platform, single linear platform, which means that you are looking at your customer in a single linear way. And that is how you are going to figure out what is a real customer journey and where you have to work on, what levers to do, right? So these are two things.
So probably to add up what he was actually asking was you can create a family tree within the CRM. So that would club up everything, whatever you do. I think that answers the question to the best.
I think one more is, sir, is trying to see that that we tend to believe that we have a lot of data in ERP, and that's a belief system, right? There are a lot of our customers who have data, right? All of us have data. You also have so much data. The problem is not about having data. The problem is what are we doing with that data, right? Context. First thing. Second thing, if we have the data, we know that somebody bought a ring for engagement and then came and bought something for marriage. What are we doing when the anniversary is coming? हम कर क्या रहे हैं? प्रॉब्लम डेटा की नहीं है सर. वी ऑल हैव डेटा. हमारे पास कई एक्सेल शीट्स है. आप घर जाएंगे तो आपको एक फोल्डर के अंदर 5 एक्सेल शीट मिलेंगी. करना क्या है उसका कौन क्या कर रहा है? सो आई थिंक दैट इज व्हाट.
तो एक्सेल पे ही रखा रहता है,
राइट. वही बता रहा हूँ, सब वहां पे रखा हुआ है. किसका आज बर्थडे है, किसकी एनिवर्सरी है, ये सारा डेटा आपके पास है कहीं पर.
So do you mean to say that you will automate
Yes.
some part of the
Yes.
greeting giving or cake giving or?
Absolutely. तो 15 दिन पहले एक कूपन भेजना है किसी को कि भाई आपकी एनिवर्सरी है, आइए, ये 5,000 रुपये कूपन है. It will go automatically. You don't have to do anything. All we have to make sure is we have a clean data with us, right? And the cleanliness of data जैसे कैसे, right? And also अभी जैसे हमारे बहुत सारे कस्टमर्स हैं, जब वो ऑन बोर्ड होते हैं तो हम क्या करते हैं, हर बार हम गूगल शीट के अंदर डेटा डाल रहे हैं. एक ही कस्टमर का डेटा 5,000 बार है हमारे पास, राइट? जब सर आपको बताता हूँ बिल्कुल इंसिडेंस, जब हमारे कस्टमर्स आते हैं, जब उनसे पहली बार पूछते हैं कितना डेटा है आपके पास, तो 5 लाख 25 लाख का डेटा है हमारे पास, तो बहुत ज़्यादा डेटा है, तुम संभाल ही नहीं पाओगे. When we start putting in, पता चलता है कि यार टोटल मिला के 50,000 ही था डेटा, उससे भी कम था एक्चुअल क्लीन डेटा उससे भी कम था. So हमारा misunderstanding about what we have and what we want to do is very widespread, and we are okay to live in that cloud is what is happening right now. We are okay to live in that cloud, right? Rather than getting out of it and seeing what value can we generate with it, even a limited amount of data. So one of our customers, they are on Amazon. And most of their business comes from Amazon or marketplaces. Now marketplaces doesn't give you customer data, right? That's a problem. So they identified a problem. They implemented Zithara. We did a QR code for them that as soon as their gold coin or something is delivered, there's a QR code which goes. A customer scans the QR code and they get the loyalty points as soon as they scan. Everybody gets a unique code. And with that, today, like in I think two. So how to redeem the point? They have to come back to their website, not the Amazon or marketplace. They already have 5,000 customers right now into their database in just 2 months, which is good. They are very happy.
Leveraging the data that is, or the purchasers
Correct.
who are coming to Amazon to come on to their own website.
Correct. So they are coming from there to now their own website. Great, amazing. But we still had to go back to them and tell them that yes, we have collected the data now, but this is not where it ends. This is not where it ends. This is the start. This is the start. Let's start the journey from here. See, so as soon as the first problem gets solved, we are not able to move to the second one. And I think that's what the whole thing is. Right. Anybody
I have
else?
two questions here. We are a LGD based retail startup. I'm here. Okay, so we are a LGD based retail startup. See, for the established players, you will have enough data accumulated and processes in place, so which can be improved further using an AI, Jithara AI in this case. But how it will be useful for a startup? And that's the first question. And my second question would be to Gauravji and Jigneshji. See, beyond the core functions, have we also implemented the AI, Jithara AI in this case, at the store level, to improve the number? Because core process anyway will cover accounts, purchase, manufacturing, supply. So what about the store level? Have you seen any improvements out there? Thank you.
Yes, we have started in fact, my son, he started a new company. So we have implemented Zithar over there as well. We didn't had much data on that side, and we've got decent results. Like we've been doing decent sales, and we are already profitable. Yeah, so it does help. Actually, it works like a 360-degree omni-channel. You get to know कि कौन से customer ने आपको कौन सा post देखा था, which ad of yours brought in new clients, and whether the client who walked into your store, did he see your ad or he did not. So it's so precise. In fact, like they were just talking, I have an app in my phone wherein I can see how many clients of ours do they have a birthday or anniversary today, and were they wished from my service CRM people or not. So I have all the reports with me.
Okay. So have you also integrated with CCTV surveillance system wherein you're also physically tracking the customer movement, their purchases?
No, that's I think we are not doing that. That's illegal to do in India, so we don't do that.
Okay. What is my first question? Maybe Varun or Sridevi could primarily answer this.
So, no matter what kind of business you do have to do some marketing, right? Today when you do marketing, let's imagine in your business you're doing it on Instagram, right? When you get any kind of leads from Instagram today, in the current scenario of how Instagram operates, you do not have a way to capture the data unless they come to the store. But with Zithara, what happens is that's the first step of growing your new customers that are coming in. That's a social media where you're advertising. So we have a plugin into your all outbound channels where you're doing customer acquisition. That's how we start building your customer data and then build on top of it.
Okay. What about marketplaces and online
marketplaces
sales?
Example just given. Right?
Yeah.
So one thing, right? We also work with like Tata's, let's say, right? For the adaptation which we are talking about, everybody is startup right now. We all are a startup. Biggest of the basic industry is also a startup. So it doesn't matter. Now we have given up how big or small you are because we are adapting a next level of technology. It doesn't matter. Let's see that. So we have created different journeys, right? Let's say from the marketplaces, there's a different journey. They are never going to give you the data. But how to extract the data, thinking about the human psychology at that moment and integrating technology within it is what we have done. Right? That's what we are trying to do. Now the whole goal is that if you're a startup and you are, let's say, e-com business and you want to bring people from marketplaces to your e-com, we create a journey around it. Right? At least you get you get to know 60-70% of your customers. Phone number is not data, sir. First thing, phone number is not data. It is just a phone number. You will ask any credit card company, they will give you the phone number of the whole India. That's not a problem, right? But what are you going to do with the phone number? And I think we have been delusioned as a retailers that we have so many phone number and email SKU. Correct, sir.
सर मैं एक छोटे रिटेल ज्वेलर्स के एंगल से बात करना चाहता हूँ जिसका टर्नओवर 5 CR से 10 CR है एनुअली इस दरमियान। तो होता क्या है कि हमारे यहाँ पर जो कस्टमर्स आते हैं हम ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा उनसे सिर्फ मोबाइल नंबर कैप्चर कर पाते हैं। अब उनका बर्थ डेट, एनिवर्सरी, वो सब डेटा कैप्चर करने के लिए हमें किस तरीके से कम्युनिकेट करना है या कुछ ऐसा कुछ टूल है कि वो सामने से हमें बर्थ डेट, एनिवर्सरी, जो भी इवेंट्स आते हैं उनके लाइफ में वो हमें शेयर कर सके। ऐसे कुछ प्रोसेसेस, ऐसे टूल्स कुछ होते हैं या कोई ट्रिक एंड टेक्निक होती है? एक तो दूसरी बारी क्या होता है कि बहुत सारे कस्टमर आते हैं, नए आते हैं, वो चले जाते हैं परचेज़ करके। अब उनका नाम हमारे मोबाइल में सेव रहता है लेकिन उनकी फ़ोटो आईडी हमारे पास सेव नहीं होती, तो हम आइडेंटिफाई नहीं कर पाते कि ये कस्टमर कौन है, उसका बैकग्राउंड क्या है, डेजिग्नेशन क्या है। तो ये सारी चीज़ें है ना, बहुत छोटे लेवल पे कुछ है ही नहीं है, मानो कुछ है ही नहीं है। तो उसको हम कैसे बढ़ा सकते हैं, कैसे उसको हम छोटे ज्वेलर्स, बड़े ज्वेलर्स के पास तो ERP होता है, CRM होता है और स्टाफ भी होता है। अभी जैसे हम खुद ओनर ही और 2 स्टाफ है, तो वो हम छोटे ज्वेलर्स उस चीज़ को कैसे ग्रो अप कर सके, ऐसा कुछ आप ट्रिक्स और टिप्स प्रोवाइड कर सकते हैं क्या?
सर मतलब आई थिंक छोटे बड़े वाली बात कहाँ पे आती है, जहाँ पे हमको बहुत सारी चीज़ें यूज़ करनी है। अभी हम जो बात कर रहे हैं वो एक डेटा कलेक्शन की बात कर रहे हैं और छोटे से कम्युनिकेशन की बात कर रहे हैं, राइट? कि व्हाट्सएप चला जाए, एनिवर्सरी के दिन, सब पॉसिबल है। इम्पॉर्टेंट ये है कि हम अपने बिजनेस में उसको इंटीग्रेट कैसे करेंगे। इससे फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता कि 3 लोग बैठे हैं काउंटर पे या ओनर बैठा काउंटर पे, इससे फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता है ओनर का इंटेंशन क्या है। जैसे अब आपका इंटेंशन है, आप ये करना चाहते हैं, उसके लिए टूल्स हैं, राइट। हम शायद इसके बाद मिलके बात कर सकते हैं, आपको बताते हैं क्या टूल्स हैं। छोटा बड़ा इज़ नॉट अ प्रॉब्लम हियर। बिल्कुल, अभी बहुत सारे ऐसे हमारे कस्टमर्स हैं जो पहले भी ये काम करते थे, पहले पेपर पे करते थे, आज भी वो पेपर पे करते हैं क्योंकि वो अपने प्रोसेस चेंज नहीं करना चाहते, बट उन्होंने एक और प्रोसेस बना दिया कि उसको डिजिटल करना है, एंट्री करते हैं शाम को।
जब हम उनको एड्रेस पूछते ना तो एग्जैक्ट एड्रेस नहीं बताते, वो सिर्फ एक लोकेशन बता देते, एरिया बता देते, एग्जैक्ट एड्रेस वो लोग हमारे को देते नहीं है, शेयर नहीं करते।
आपको एड्रेस लेके करना क्या है?
आपका बर्थडे
हम उनको गिफ्ट वगैरह दे सके ना उनके जगह पे।
तो देखो, उसको आपका जो गिफ्ट भेजा हुआ, या तो उसको ये लगे कि वैल्यूएबल होगा तो एड्रेस दे ही देगा, अगर उसको वैल्यूएबल नहीं लग रहा तो एड्रेस नहीं देगा। तो एक्चुअली आपको सिर्फ एक ही चीज चाहिए, उसका पिन कोड, ताकि आपको ये पता लग पाए कि मेरे पास जो कस्टमर्स आते हैं कौन से पिन कोड से आते हैं, ताकि आप वहां पर अपनी मार्केटिंग कम पैसे में ज्यादा अच्छी कर पाओ।
और अगर उनका एग्जैक्ट एड्रेस लेना है तो हम उनको बोल सकते हैं।
वो तो सर देखिए, अगर आपके साथ में कस्टमर के साथ में आपका रिलेशन बन गया है, फिर तो आपको सब कुछ अपने आप ही देगा। हमने ना रिलेशन वहां तक पहुंचाया नहीं है और हम चाह रहे हैं कि ये पहले सब कुछ दे दे, तो पहले उससे रिलेशन बिल्ड करना पड़ेगा, फिर वो सब कुछ अपने आप दे देगा। सेकेंडली, जो आप कह रहे थे कि बड़ी कंपनीज के पास में ERP होता है, तो एक्चुअली जो ERP अगर आप बड़ा बनना चाहते हैं तो आपको पहले वो छोटे छोटे काम करने पड़ेंगे जो वो बड़ी वाली कंपनियां कर रही हैं। जब तक आप वो स्टार्ट नहीं करेंगे तो जो है वो भी कम हो जाएगा। दैट्स हाउ आई सी।
क्लोजिंग लाइन सर।
So I think it was a wonderful session. Both quite, I think it was really one of the most amazing topics and most amazing sessions that we had. And great audience. You guys have been great moderators and you gave us so much to ponder as we go, out of this room. And I'm sure everybody, and the best part is, I think as a whole team, we have made each other uncomfortable. I think that's the beauty of this session. So let's work on it collectively and together and make our industry proud.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you so much, dignitaries.
So मेरे लिए भी सेशन बहुत अच्छा रहा। इनफैक्ट जिस तरीके के क्वेश्चंस आए, दोज वर लाइक रियली डीप काइंड ऑफ क्वेश्चंस, और जनरली इस तरीके की बातें हम लोग बैठे हुए सोचते नहीं है। एंड आई एम ग्लैड कि जैसे भाई साहब ने क्वेश्चन करा कि एड्रेस नहीं देते हैं, सो दैट ऑल्सो मेड मी थिंक कि चाहिए किस लिए। सो मेरे को जो समझ में आया कि चाहिए किस लिए, मैंने वो शेयर करा। एंड आई एम रियली ग्लैड कि आपने ऐसा क्वेश्चन उठाया। जनरली इस तरीके के क्वेश्चंस हम इतनी बड़ी गैदरिंग में बोलते भी नहीं है। थैंक यू फॉर आस्किंग।
एंड एज वी हैव सेड कि क्या नाम है, AI जो है कि जितनी जल्दी हम इसको अडॉप्ट करेंगे उतना हम आगे जल्द बढ़ेंगे। अगर हम अडॉप्ट नहीं करेंगे तो फिर वहीं खड़े रह जाएंगे।
थैंक यू सर। थैंक यू एवरीबॉडी। थैंक यू सर।
Thank you. You've been a great panel, very inspiring. I'm very, very happy you guys came. Thank you.
Amazing. A huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for our panelists. What an amazing brainstorming session. Thank you so much, Mr. Kashyap, Miss Reddy, Jignesh Sir, Dr. Bawa, and Akar Jain sir. Thank you so much, all of you. All right. Absolutely. A huge shout out to everybody present here. Amazing. Thank you so much once again.